So let's go over the trade that we took this morning, which is these long buys. We already hit take profit 3, currently running at a 1.3 risk to reward. Looks like we're failing to continue break highs, right? So price is just, pretty much trading above these left highs right over here. If we go into lower time frame, we have a try to pretty much break above these highs here, but price continues failing, right? So right now we're just having our stops at break even. We may see some type of retracement. But if it does retrace, then we're gonna have to see exactly what price action does at this point. But if we do manage to break above these 30-minute highs, right? The 30 closes in 60 minutes, right? So if we do get a nice candle closure above it, like a nice bullish candle like this, then we still have space to continue pushing higher, and we can probably hit these highs here. Now, this is something to keep an eyes on, right? Because if we look here on 2-hour time frame and on the 4-hour time frame, we are noticing that price is coming back towards the same exact level, same exact area where we did see, bearish reaction from. So we did see bearish reaction from here, bearish reaction from here, and we also saw, we're currently see some rejection from these highs here, where it can probably respect all of this entire structure and then start pushing price back all the way down. So that's something that we need to be careful with, right? With just how price action is coming back towards these areas. So to continue adding buys, it will be very high risk, especially exactly the setup that I explained to you guys, that a 30-minute closure above these highs, because there's still levels here where we did see bearish reaction from, right? So this is all bearish structure. We need to see price break above all of these entire structures so that we can actually continue pushing higher, right? Technical wise. So that is something that I'm keeping eyes on for right now. Right now, we're obviously seeing some rejection towards these highs. So we, again, like I explained, we may see some type of retracement. Now, the buy position that we took this morning, right, it was basically all breakout from these exact H1 highs. So we go back into Telegram last night, I sent you guys the analysis, right? I explained that I won't be looking for any trade until we get a 30-minute or an hourly close, right? Above 45.26 for buys or below, or close below 44.60 for sells, right? And you guys can see the before charts. I was looking for buys above here, and I was looking for sells underneath here. I was not taking any trade inside this range, right? So I also explained that I won't be taking any trade inside these ranges. And the main reason why is, notice this. You guys go into the 30-minute, right? You guys can see how price is just ranging from levels to levels, and we have fake outs towards the upside, and then price breaks towards the downside. Levels to level, fake towards the upside, and then breaks towards the downside. So this was a level that obviously does not give us a proper setup, even if it did push towards the upside, exactly what we're looking for, right? This was just more of a confirmation zone for us, right? For us to actually take a good proper trade. So for us, I was waiting for an hourly to close above these highs, right? Which will make sense. Just simple breakout, or for price to reject this exact level, which is right over here, and we close underneath these other highs down here, right? Because obviously we want to be looking for sells underneath resistance and not above it. So this was pretty much the setup that we took, which was just an hourly break above here, and then the exact candle that was my entry signal, it wasn't this one here, it was this pullback, and then we got a nice closure. This is the exact bullish candle that was my entry signal. So once I got this entry signal, all I was waiting for was for price to come back to the the minimum thing, which is retest the level once again. Like we have multiple rejection from these areas, rejection from here, 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 and then we have 2 more rejection. You guys go into lower time frame, you guys can see how price was already building out those entire bullish price action and building up a nice area of support where buyers was already protected. So we placed our buy stops above these hourly highs here, and then we got the nice push towards the upside. We came back lower time frame, we retested all of these entire highs, which was Friday highs, Monday highs, right? You guys go in the lower time frame. You guys can see that price broke above it. We got the retracement, filled up this entire gap right over here, and price had a nice push back towards the upside. Now, we're rejecting these 30-minute highs on the left side, right? So like I was explaining to you guys, a buy position right now wouldn't be ideal. Best bet obviously will be if price can actually close above it. If we actually close above the same way that we did here on the hourly time frame, like a candle like this bullish candle here, if we can actually do it here, then it will make sense for us to give a second attempt. It will be a high risk because again, we're basically trading from these exact ranges. It will be a high risk trade. but it does go along with our trend. So if it does do it, I personally will take it. I will obviously advise the VIP if I'm going to take this trade, but this is something that I will definitely keep an eyes on. Now, to continue buying the market, if we do break above these hourly highs and build up bullish price action above it, then yes, we can definitely continue pushing even higher. Now, for sells only, we're going to wait for obviously the same thing that I explained to you guys, these, zones here, the bearish zones that we have seen multiple rejection in the past. The only way for me to continue selling the market, right, I will need for bearish price action to kick in, and we need those confirmations to start heading up, right? So if you guys look here in the 15-minute time frame, let me just delete all of this here. Just delete all of this mess. On the 15-minute time frame, we're currently trading above these highs here, right? You guys can see all of these highs here, and we're also protecting this exact support zone right over here. Right, so we need first bearish confirmation. So over here, all of this push towards the upside is just bullish price action. Right, you guys can see new highs, new lows. We need price to create that first resistance, break those previous lows, and build up the next lower high, lower lows, and then lower highs. This is something exactly that we need to see before it's taking a sell. Right, we need a confirmation of the bearish structure. So I would like to look for sells. If we do reject these areas, I would like to look for sells underneath the 45.26 zone, which is this exact support, which was also previous hourly highs. So if we come back towards these level here, then yes, I will be looking for shorts, and then I will be taking sells all the way back towards the downside if we respect all of this structure. But if it doesn't, obviously we're going to continue with the trend. But that is something that I'll definitely keep an eyes on for today. So that is the breakdown, the analysis that I'm looking at for today. Very simple. We're just going to continue holding this trade until we get stopped at a break even, or we end up hitting our final take profit, which is going to be set at the 46.27. So I'll keep you guys updated.